Wet weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. First play, first pass for Brady. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And this one's incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Brady now to throw. And that's incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Now Parker on 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Parker. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right?
Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Danico Autry. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Going right back to Akers. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The Niners sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry now for Chase Edmonds. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Brady. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 35. That one goes for 24 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff to Chandler. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Chandler with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You'll get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Moss. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Now Chandler. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 55 rushing yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
On 1st and 10, Parker. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again, Parker. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Parker from the gun on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. DJ Jones with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Brady toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Brady. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Brady to throw. He is going to find Hill here. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had to feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 4. They run it with Chandler. 80 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Off-play action. Parker. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Chandler. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's Chandler. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Chandler will score. Touchdown, Packers. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Hey, Alabama. Hey, goal 66. Check it, reload. Goal 50.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brady airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, check it. Hey.
From the gun, it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. That reception brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football,
Puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Room here to run. Cordell Patterson. Touchdown, Packers. Cordell Patterson, 84 yards. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. On first and 10, here's Brady. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play. You come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 66.
Back to throw here. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. This is fielded at the 27. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode. Really try to put...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now it's the backup Mayfield. Steps away. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They were looking for Johnson that time. And now it's second down.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Up and up.
Mayfield to throw it. Here's Johnson with a reception. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 36. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 36. Now Mayfield. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Throwing, Mayfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. This is caught by Evans. And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now a give to Edmonds. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Fourth down, Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Parker now looking to throw on 2nd down. Open man, complete downfield to Davis. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
On first down, Chandler. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 99 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down now, it's Chandler, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Ty Chandler with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
49ers 6.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
They're on 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Throwing on second and 8, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Hey,
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
They're on 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Parker to throw on second down. Over the middle, complete. That's more. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Parker. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Run, run, run.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mayfield now. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
First down, Mayfield. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, we're 33. Regular.
Mayfield looks to throw. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 6 yards and they do convert on 3rd. To throw, Mayfield. And it's a fumble. And did the offense get it back? They did at the 1-yard line. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Run, run, run. Alert, alert, alert.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Here's Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, running left, Moss. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that will be incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And taken at the 46. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Mayfield on 1st down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And they will take a knee here.
Way in blood formation.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half. And